What time is it, everybody? It is Resident Evil time. Ha ha ha! That's right. Thanks for joining us here on Greg and Sabrina. The evil has come. Every year we seem to see some form of evil, and today we go over Resident Evil Requiem. Ha ha ha! That's right, folks. We're covering some action today. We're going to be showing the trailer. We're going to be going over, does this come with a demo? Do we get a demo? Do we? What kind of costumes? What kind of stuff we got? Why is there a symphony? So much stuff to cover, it's like Batman. Now remember, any game that's Resident Evil that has Leon in it is just badass. And that's one more reason why you should probably have to buy this game, because it doesn't just look good. It seems like it's going to be a damn good one. And Resident Evil, if you know, always has secrets. And Leon came from Resident Evil 2, and everybody loves them some Leon. We're going to go over some of this stuff one last time. After the show, we're going to cover everything. That's right, folks. Everything. Ha ha! And then, and only then, will we discuss this situation tonight. Aliens are here. Ha 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 ha! Let's check out the damn game clip and get to it.
In this showcase, we'll go over the latest information on Resident Evil Requiem, which will release next month on February 27. Let's take a look at some of the gameplay.
はい、出ないとは言ってないですね。いや、言ってないです。まあ実際あの時も話しましたけど、レオンでもうバチバチのホラーのステージをテストしてみたんですけど、やっぱりこんなレオンあんま見たくなくないっていう意見が大半だったっていうのは事実としてありますね。今回グレイスとレオンで全然違うゲームになってます。グレイスの方はその RE2 ですとかバイオ7もそうですね、ホラーに特化したゲーム体験になってまして、レオンの方はというとバイオ4に代表されるような緊張感はすごい高いんですけども、そこまでその恐怖に特化してない、アクションも楽しめるサバイバルホラー、レオンにふさわしい体験が作れてるんじゃないかなとは思ってて、グレースのホラーとそのレオンのアクション2つこう並べて遊ぶことで、今までのバイオハザードではないすごく感情の揺れ幅が大きいゲームになってます。バイオハザードって緊張と弛緩のその差っていうのが一つ面白さだと思ってるんですけども、すごく緊張して静かなペースで進むグレースのゲームプレイと、もう発散してダイナミックに激しいアクションをする、そういうカタルシスなレオン、大きな意味でその緊張と弛緩っていう役割としてパートを最適に配置する、こういう意図で構成してますね。レオンとグレース2人とも主人公なんですけども、ストーリーとしては基本的には一つ、ストーリーの中でプレイヤーキャラがグレースになるパートがあって、またレオンがプレイするパートがあると、そういう構成になってますね。バイオ6の後のレオンの続きですけど、レオンはレクイエムの段階でも DSO のエージェントとして、バイオハザードテロと世界のね戦い続けてるってことになってます。彼はたくさんの悲劇を見てきた。おそらく彼今回過去一追い詰められることになると思うんで、その辺も注目してほしいなと思います。今回のゾンビは生前のその人の特徴っていうのを引き継いでいるゾンビがいます。例えばこの館の中で掃除係の人がいるんですけども、その人はゾンビになってもひたすらこう 屋敷をきれいにしようとね操縦数で出るんですよ。このようにいろんな生前の行動に執着するゾンビがいて、ゲームでは彼らの行動を観察して、うまくかわすのに利用したり倒すのに使うと、こういったことができるようになってます。レオンのゲームプレイは圧倒的な緊張感のある戦闘、RF4 から進化したサバイバルアクションになっています。トマホークという斧を装備しており、それによるパリができます。シューティングっていうのが中心になってくるので、さらに洗練されたガンプレイっていうところにも力を入れてますね。また V を狙って、敵に体術を決める、それから敵が持っていた武器を奪って利用する。どの敵をどの部位を撃つのか、またどうやって倒すのか、そういった戦略を立てるのが面白さであり、それがうまくいった時にさらにカタルシスが倍増する、そういったゲームプレイになっています。グレースのゲームプレイは閉鎖空間の中を、投資弾薬脅威となる敵、その中をもう恐る恐る考えながら動くっていうのは面白さだと思ってるんですけども、グレースでは敵を倒すべきか逃げるのか、そこの判断も非常に重要になってきています。なので、レクイエムではそのためのさまざまな手段を用意しています。それほど重火器いっぱい出てくるわけではないんですけども、一つ象徴的な武器としてレクイエムっていうそのままタイトルを名を冠した武器が出てきます。この大口径の武器は弾数ほどないんですけど、ここぞという時にグレースを救ってくれる頼りになる武器になってます。実はクラフト要素も少しひねりを入れてまして、そのアンポルを作るためには感染したゾンビの血が必要になります。クラフトのリソースになる血っていうのを、つまり敵を倒すのにもまた意味があると、そういう意味でより RH スタイルのゲームを深めるような工夫っていうのは各所に入れてますね。
That's too effective.
A variety of gameplay options have also been added to this title. Players can switch between two camera perspectives, and these can be changed at any time during the game. Multiple difficulties are also available. New players can enjoy casual mode and use aim assist to take down zombies with more ease. But if you choose Standard Classic, ink ribbons will be needed to save the game when playing as Grace. This mode is recommended for those who enjoy a tense atmosphere.
今回、ポルシェさんとコラボレーションさせていただきまして、世界に1台しかない車を作っております。
Resident Evil and Porsche are two very iconic brands with so much heritage. It's one of those collaborations you're always dreaming of as a gaming fan working in this environment. Collaborations like this obviously don't spawn out of nowhere. For his adventures, Leon needed a car which represents his style, but also delivers when it comes to navigating him through, all of those dangerous moments he experiences in the game. What I really admire about the custom Resident Evil Cayenne Turbo GT is how the team stayed true to its characteristics by still ensuring it feels authentic in this world. It took a lot of expertise from different departments at Porsche and complex 3D printing to apply those customizations to the real car. It's going to look amazing in the game.
今回もう一つハミルトンさんと、コラボさせていただきまして、レオンとグレースそれぞれのキャラのイメージをモチーフとした時計をつけてます。
Two fantastic watch models which recreate those worn in the game in all the stunning details. The khaki field autochrono and the Pan-Europe automatic will be in limited edition, 2,000 pieces each, and will release alongside Resident Evil Requiem on February the 27th. Please stay tuned.
In addition to the base game, a deluxe edition featuring bonus content will also be available for purchase. Extra costumes for Grace and Leon, weapon skins, and screen filters will be included in this edition. Those who pre-order will receive an Apocalypse costume for Grace. Along with the platforms shown, the game will also be available on the cloud gaming service GeForce Now. This title is being developed in collaboration with NVIDIA, so a wide range of PC users can enjoy it.
It's such an honor to work on Resident Evil. The iconic series has been thrilling fans around the world for close to 30 years and has continued to raise the bar for innovation and technology with every single release. We've been working closely with Capcom on Resident Evil Requiem, helping shape the future of the franchise with path tracing for realistic graphics, and AI-powered NVIDIA DLSS 4 with multi-frame generation for incredibly fast performance. DLSS also makes Resident Evil Requiem more accessible across a wide range of PCs, extending the nightmare to more gamers. And with GeForce Now, gamers can experience Resident Evil Requiem at launch with the cutting-edge graphics and performance on nearly any device, streaming from powerful GeForce RTX servers in the cloud. I can't wait to unlock the mysteries of Raccoon City once again.
Not only that, 1/6 scale figures of our two protagonists will also be available for purchase. Grace and Leon's figures can be displayed separately or together as a set. And if you line them up with previous figures, both figures are scheduled for release this fall. An original design Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controller will be released on the same day as the game. And as a series first, Amiibo will also be available. Please look forward to more information. On Resident Evil Requiem launch day, the gold editions of both Resident Evil Village and Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, including all downloadable content, will be released on the Nintendo Switch 2. We'll also be celebrating 30 years of the series with special concerts. Relive the series' greatest moments with breathtaking orchestral performances. The first ticket lottery is open right now to Resident Evil ambassadors. Concerts are planned for not just Japan, but North America and Europe. More information on these will be released later.
これもねまだお伝えしたいんですけど、実はレオンにはある秘密があって、そことも関わってくる要素だったり、グレースのお母さんアリスタが殺された、そこにも関わる非常に重要なものになっているので、この辺のねその謎をプレイしてぜひ解き明かしていってもらえればなと思います。バイオハザードレクイエム、まだまだ言いたいこと本当にキリがないんで、発売まで引き続き注目していただければと思います。
Why did you kidnap me?
Kidnap you? I liberated you. I think I want a second opinion.
What the fuck?
All right, we're back. So what did you guys think of that game clip? I mean, whoa. What is going on here? It's badass. That's what it is. Now, this game doesn't just look good. it's going to play good too. You can see that they have really refined with the graphics. And if you got a PC, that's going to look damn good. If you got a PS5 Pro, that's going to be really good because they got some really good ray tracing going on there. And then obviously the Xbox Series X. Now, we all know that the Switch, it can try to compete, but I just don't think it can, but whatever. So, Leon, that's right. Back in the day, we had Resident Evil 2. Now, when I first encountered this game, was over at my friend's house down the street. Starts with an M, but I'm not going to say it because, you know, that's how it is. Now, he had this game and I did not. And I didn't know nothing about it. I went over there. He's like, check out this game with zombies and stuff. And he liked to do that to me all the time because one time I went over there and it was about nightmare creatures, and I'm like, what's going on here? Where do you keep finding these cool ass games? Well, back then the PlayStation 1 was doing something the Nintendo could not do. Nintendo didn't have the ability to come off with these kind of games because, let's be honest. Resident Evil 1 and Resident Evil 2, it was like forever before Resident Evil 2 came out on the Nintendo 64 because of what's going on in the world. Nintendo was more for like the kids. Hey, we all love, Mario and Zelda, but those games are just games and, they're great and you want them and you got to have them, but there was very few games for the Nintendo 64 that was, scary and monster-like. The only thing we really had was Doom 64 or Hexen. And there may have been some other games here and there, but those were really like the closest thing they had. Nintendo knew they had to get on the ball with some Resident Evil. And that's why we're covering today's situation. This game's coming out in a month, and everybody is on the ball with it. Are we getting a demo? Yes, you will be getting a demo. 99% sure, because usually how they do it with this is you get the demo a week or two before the game comes out. And they always do it. They started it back in Resident Evil 5, which is where we stole it from the internet because they released it, and you had 2 demos on there. And then what happened is we would burn it onto a disc and play it on the Xbox 360. And then you could burn it and play it on the PlayStation, stuff like that. So Resident Evil 5 was really where the demos kind of really started, If they had demos before that, it would have been in like PlayStation Magazine or Xbox Magazine or something with the disc. Now, let's go over this. Did you guys see that sharpening the knife thing? Sharpening the axe or whatever? So, what's the story behind sharpening the weapons? That's badass. That's like a new idea. Does that make your weapon does it strengthen it or make it work better? Or what is that all about? There's got to be something to that. They're kind of teasing us. Now, it kind of looks like they're like going back to Raccoon City because they showed some clips of Raccoon City and the police station being destroyed. Do you go back to the police station? That one cinematic thing, it kind of looks like the police station, but it's not. It looks more like a museum or something, So I don't think you may visit the police station at some point, but I think it's probably, I don't know exactly how they all set this up, but we don't want to go into too many details. I know there's a lot of word out on the street and there's a lot of stuff that you've seen in the video, but yeah, the sharpening the knife thing, does that make it badass? And then you can, they said they have all this concoction of how you mix things using the blood from the zombies and stuff, and you use that to like blow stuff up, or you use it to there's all different types of mixing and stuff. Now, here's one thing that I found weird. Yes, you are getting a demo. They always do a demo. If they don't do a demo, well, they'll do a demo for digital download, obviously. We're just jumping right into this. I don't care. What I was really concerned about, okay, is they said in Apocalypse, if you pre-order the game, you get the Apocalypse outfit, okay? Well, here's the problem. The Apocalypse outfit looked like this, technically. I mean, you know, that's what, you know, they're actually going off of this stuff, just so you know. So, the Apocalypse that they're referring to is actually Extinction, more or less. Now, see, in this outfit, they tried to dress her up, make her look sexy, but Extinction was kind of the one where she was wearing that kind of neck thing and riding around on a bike and looked all dirty, and this looks a lot more skimpier than what she looked like in the show. So as you can see, she's kind of got the coat there and the neck thing, you know, and so that's kind of how that went back in the day. So this is really where that Extinction or Apocalypse type thing, she did it again in one of the last movies, but it is what it is. I think that's where they're trying to pull that outfit from, that they're pulling it from the movies, because that's not really in any of the games in previous settings, you know what I mean? And it doesn't really mean anything to the settings, but maybe this is after the event. Now, when it comes to Resident Evil, we all want to know, why aren't we getting a collector's edition in the United States? Well, once again, we know that GameStop is kind of shutting down everywhere. In fact, this year they're closing down more stores than ever before. GameStop used to do some sort of deal, and it was a headache. It was all about you had to order it online, and if you got it sent to the store, then you'd have to go pick it up at the store. But GameStop would make me so mad. I tried to order it at the store so they could send it to me. And one time I ordered the collector's edition Resident Evil from the store, and I got shysted. Yeah, he said, you know, he's like, oh man, I only had a few of them. And I was like, wait a minute, I paid full price. I didn't put down money. I paid the full thing, you know? Oh man, no, what it is one of the employees stole the fucking game. More than one, probably. So they were short, or he took it, and he was just going to tell somebody, whoever the last person was, hey man, yeah, I got tooken. So after work, when I went to go pick it up, obviously they already picked up their stuff, and boom, there I was, probably the last guy picking up. But I left work a little early, so wow, people, really? So anyways, yeah, they released it like during the day. Whenever they open at 10 o'clock, they didn't do a midnight release. You know, I tried getting there that night, and they were like, "No, we're not doing it. It'll be tomorrow." You know, stupid stuff like that. And then there was the last Resident Evil, the last one that they had with the box, and you know, I ordered that thing. Guess what? I paid full price and then denied. That one was impossible to order either way, but this is why GameStop is shutting down. They just can't fulfill. They can't. And they don't have the right people running it, and whoever was CEO of it just doesn't do it right, does he? No, he does not. No, because if I was all about it, I'd make sure you get your Juggernaut edition. I would make sure you get your games. If you come in asking for it, by golly, you're going to get it. Now, let's cover some of this. Why do we have a symphony going on, everybody? A symphony. For Christ's sakes. So this new game, apparently, even though there is a soundtrack, the classic Raccoon City soundtrack that comes with the deluxe edition, even though you get that, there is still the in-game music in this game is made and composed by a symphony. So that means people who are playing the game for gameplay online on YouTube might get flagged because it's symphony music, and you know how YouTube's algorithm, are you going to pay the symphony so you can pay them money? You know what I mean? And here's the worst part. their symphony is going to be traveling to Japan, United States, and the UK. Well, boy, oh boy, it's not like they're coming to your hometown. You probably have to go to like a really big symphony hall like New York or somewhere that has the big ones. They ain't going to be coming to your local hometown, that's for sure. So, anyways, I was pretty impressed. Did you see that monster in the hallway? What the hell was that thing? That thing was crazy. Simply crazy. That thing was something, we have no idea what that thing was. Big eyeballs, monster-like, And then, to make matters worse, at the very end, they show this, like, toilet monster. It looks like a big poop coming out, What the heck was that? So, really awesome, really well done. It's going to have good graphics. Why are they bringing Porsche into this? Obviously, some rich people are involved this time, and they think that he has to have a Porsche, and we're going to do a Porsche. Because if he's driving a car in the game, does this mean it's going to be like Forza, and we get to drive, and it's going to be realistic driving? First off, we all know that the driving mechanics in Resident Evil always sucked. There was 1 or 2 games where you had that in the Resident Evil, and it just didn't really work out, So yeah, it'd be cool if you get up on top with like a machine gun and you have to fight off an El Gigante, But Leon really took off in Resident Evil 4. I would say that was really the shine. Everybody knows that Resident Evil 4 was just, because Resident Evil 2 had really boxy graphics, and then they did a remake of it, which was badass. The remake is so awesome. Oh, well done. I couldn't ask for anything more. I don't even know what to pick apart on the remake, because it's just so nice. It's so well done. Well done. So, we're covering exactly why in the world would you not buy this game. Well, I guess you have too much of a life. That would be why you're not buying the game. So, everybody out there, I don't understand why, but they brought watches into this situation. Why are there watches? What do we need watches for? There's only 2,000 of each watch. So there's 2 types of watches, and there's only 2,000 of each. I mean, that's 4,000. I mean, what are you going to do with these watches? Limited edition, special edition. Boy, oh boy. They don't even look that cool. Like what? When I was a kid and you wanted a watch, your mom take you to go get you would go get the baddest ass watch there was, man. It lights up. It does kinds of neat stuff, and you play video games on it or shoot laser lights out of it, and it's got a compass. It's got everything. Stuff you don't even need, man. I mean, really, watches. I just wanted to let everybody know, and I'm going to drop this. When I talked to the alien, okay, and this was the part about the aliens, the first thing the alien said when he met me, he said, "What the hell are those damn things on your wrists?" We're trying to figure that out. We've been trying to figure that out for like a long time. What are you guys wearing on your wrist? What is that? We don't understand what that is. I've mentioned this before in the past, many a times. The aliens were always asking, "What the hell are you wearing on your wrist?" Well, apparently it's some form of watch, They couldn't understand what a watch. It's like people always looking at it, It's like, you're watching it? It's a watch? They couldn't understand it. So, it's how we calculate time. And they just kind of like, what the hell? And they're like, they didn't want to have to say it, but they said it. They said something about time in certain areas moves faster and slower in certain areas on your planet. And depending upon where you're at, time just kind of speeds up, slows down. Sometimes it just stands still. And they said time doesn't really exist. If you notice, the further up in space you go, time doesn't seem to work right. So, anyways, there's a lot of weird things about time. And humans are just starting to breach the surface on that. But we're not going to talk about that tonight. So, there's a lot of stuff we covered there. Like like I said, their outfits, her outfit, you get the special edition outfit, and there it is. I mean, that's pretty much what they're trying to shoot at, you know, with her little bandana thing, you know, that she's wearing, you know, and her little pouch. That's how they dressed her up in the movie, stuff like that. This is more of a adultery kind of outfit there. Look at how sexy I can be. So, you know what I'm saying? You know, we're looking forward to this game, and that's all that really matters. I can't wait to get my hands on it. But the worst part is right now it's going for $79 on Best Buy, or $89 at Best Buy. But you can get it on Xbox. You see the two versions on Xbox. Best Buy, you can't get the steel book in the store. You have to pre-order that online only. So you can have it delivered to the store or delivered to your house. And pre-orders are still available for Steelbook Deluxe Edition for Resident Evil. It's not like there's a cap on it, okay? Not that I've seen so far. Now, what really sucks is Best Buy is pretty much your option. Now, if you go to GameStop, I don't know, and I don't go to GameStop. Actually, all of them shut down where I live. But I'm sure that they will have some deluxe editions you can pre-order there that are going to be steel case. Or are they going to tell you online only? Jeez, you know? So, yeah, you go into Best Buy and it's saying online only for the, you know, you can get the standard edition there. I don't get it. Unless if there was something I missed. So, of course, I already did all this. So I know. And as far as it goes, I think the best part about Resident Evil, this one here, is it's going to be very good graphics. And once again, they've added first person and third person availability with it. So that was really good. Well done. That's what we like. You know, what if you want to switch it up? I like the third person, to be honest, but whatever. So that whole Resident Evil 4 stance on how you play the game still sticks to this day. We all love that mode and how it works, you know. So, yeah. They did great. There's a lot to go over with that game, but I'm going to wait until some more secrets or the demo comes out before I dig too deep into this thing. You all know that this game is awesome. So, I'm going to have to say something that I have to say. This game right here was probably one of the most funnest ones ever made. I just had to put it out there before I end this. This, you were able to play 4-player, and you can see 2 to 4-player co-op. And it says online multiplayer 2 to 8. Wow, that's crazy. Ain't that crazy, everybody? Wow, those were the days. This game was really awesome. It really was. It was a really good game. We had so much fun running around on it as a group of people. They should do something like that again, you know. It's still available to download and play, you know. At least I seen it was. So anyways, you guys enjoy your night. I'm going to cut it off here because, you know, the watches are stupid. But if you want the collector's edition, it's Japan only, is what it looks like. Or you'll be buying it off of eBay. And really, the statue thing, I mean, maybe you'll be able to get it, but it looks like it's Japan only. If there is some sort of difference or change that you can get that special collector's edition, then, you know, it's from ordering from ResidentEvil.com only, or ResidentEvil.net only. You know, they're just, you know, other than that, you have to get it from Japan, and that stuff really don't matter, does it? Oh, and by the way, that controller, what the hell are they doing? You know, that controller, they're trying to sell the Nintendo Switch too. So they come out with this controller that looks horrible. It's not even Resident Evil looking to me. That's not Resident Evil. Would you guys just throw that together? I mean, come on. I guess you could buy it and somebody's going to collect it, but it ain't going to be me on that one. That was some poor design craftsmanship on that. Xbox got better style than that. Hell, PlayStation got better style than that. Anyways, geez, you know, whatever happened to the Resident Evil consoles, huh? For the Xbox and PlayStation and stuff. Boy, oh boy, those were the days. Anyways, talk to you guys on the next one. Bum, bum, bum.
Click on Zombie Apocalypse.